Mobility. It's a word thrown around all over the internet, yet now you don't even really know what to do because there's so much information that you kind of get told everything. There's some people that can't even touch their toes. There are other people that are so hypermobile they can do whatever they want, including the splits. And then on top of all that, you have people telling you that you don't even need to stretch before a game, but then there are others telling you that you need to hang upside down or even do a handstand. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do before a game, whether you're a beginner or advanced. So we're going to go over the full mobility routine before a game, and then afterwards I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do based on your body type. So grab your phone, take notes. Maybe you're even watching on your phone already. Just watch the video and you'll see what happens. The easiest way to go about this is to start from the ground up. So we're literally going to start with our feet and ankles, and throughout the entire routine, move up. Not gonna lie, if you haven't done this before, it might hurt a little bit. But all you're gonna do is lay your feet flat on the ground and just sit back on it and bounce. Like, it's not anything special. Everyone complicates mobility way too much when honestly, it doesn't take a lot to warm up your body. All you need is to warm up the right areas. So with the ankles, it seems pretty insignificant, but it is the one thing that causes way too many issues. Literally, shin splints, knee issues, hip issues, all stem from the ankle being too tight. That's gonna have to go into another video because that could be an hour long all on its own. But now that we got the front of the ankle, switch it to the back. You're also gonna feel it stretching your calves too. You wanna try to keep your heel on the ground as much as possible, but you're gonna put your weight into your leg and just move forward, rock back. And what you'll feel is this tendon back here, your Achilles, is gonna be the one stretching the entire time. Now I know a big question you're gonna have is how much time do I need or how many reps do I have? Not just for this exercise, but literally throughout the entire routine. I don't want you to be limited to sets and reps. I want you to do it to a point to where your body actually feels good. I like to go for at least 30 seconds on each move, maybe even a minute. But once again, don't limit yourself. Do it until it feels good. Now that we got the ankles, now that we got the feet, ankles, kind of calves, we're gonna move up, go to the knees, which are also gonna move into our hips. Literally, just a deep squat. Now, for most of you, you have way too tight of hips. I hate to break it to you, it's not good. So even when you're down here in this deep of a squat, it's probably going to be very difficult to just sit. So if you're somebody who can't just sit here, you need to hold on to something. Literally, if it's like grass in front of you, maybe a fence. But the most important part is that your feet are all the way on the ground the entire time. And you're just gonna sit and hold. You can rock side to side a little bit, maybe even stretch out your adductors with your elbows. But once again, the most important part is that your feet are flat on the ground and you just sit here. By the way, before any of you make fun of my socks right now, there's a very specific reason why I'm wearing these. I've only gotten one hit for our first 3 games. I've been wearing white socks the entire time. I need to make a change. And if you want to see the full approach that I'm going to use for this game, including new socks, you need to subscribe because that video is going to come out next. Let's move to the next one. What are you doing? Yeah, good luck. That thing was launched.
I know.
Yeah. If you hear that camera beep, take it off. Make sure you still see the red light blinking. If not, press the button, reset it.
Okay.
Make sure it's full.
With a POV camera.
Yeah, I know it is.
Never a goal day with Brandon.
Still moving up, but a lot of these movements, if you haven't noticed, kind of hit multiple parts at once. So the next is a Cossack squat, which once again, it's probably gonna be a little difficult if you haven't done it before. You wanna get your feet pretty wide and you're gonna go into a side lunge each way. Once again, feet flat on the ground, or at least the one that you're going to the side of. Squat down, and then to make it even better, take this foot, rotate out and in, and then you switch over. You're going to feel this burn in basically every part of your leg. But when you switch to each side, you're getting your knee, ankle, and hip all in one. This is arguably one of the best exercises that you could do. And if you're not doing them right now, you need to. Freaking bug. Dude, I used to be able to do the splits. Huh?
You got too much muscle now?
No, I just stopped doing them. Now we're gonna do a combo here. I don't expect a lot of you to be able to do a split. You just need to be able to go as far as you can go. Now, you've probably heard multiple times that you need to do dynamic stretching rather than static stretching. We are not doing a static stretch, we're just getting into an extreme position. So now, put your hands on the ground, if you can. If not, get an elevated surface that you can, and rotate up and follow your hand with your eyes. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but your back's probably gonna pop a lot when you do this. Now here's the thing. I don't know what this looks like on camera, but my T-spine rotation is unbelievably tight. So ideally, you go past 180 degrees with your hand. I can't anymore.
You're like right at 180.
That's really good to know because it feels like I'm just out here. Now you're probably thinking that the next step from the hips is to go straight to the shoulders, maybe the chest, but it's actually your entire torso. Now I'm not gonna make you sit here and do abs for the entire time, but you do need to warm up your entire core because everything that we do out here is rotation. So why in the world wouldn't you rotate to warm up? So now, you already hit one rotation. We're gonna go into the next one. That's arguably one of my favorites. Lay down on the ground, move your mic, legs up in the air. Now for this, you wanna make sure that your arms stay flat, your shoulders stay flat, and your legs go side to side. They're windshield wipers. If you don't know why they're called windshield wipers, I'm scared for you in life. Now, if for some reason you have a really weak core, bend your knees, still do the same thing, going side to side. Now, I'm sure when you saw this video, you were probably expecting something simple like 90-90s, maybe a couple leg extensions and call it a day. I like 90-90s, but I don't think they're as good as people make it out to be. So look, if you like doing them, you know, the one where your legs are 90 degrees and you go like this. If you like doing them, cool, go for it. I tend to not, simply due to the fact that I think there are other exercises that open up your hips more. Sue me.
I think you did them in an earlier video. So I think it was the very first one you might have done 90-90s in those.
Yeah, I did. I had them programmed that day. I don't feel better after doing them. Last rotation one, still focusing in on the hips. You need to go into a pretty deep lunge. Open up the hip flexors, hand on the ground, rotate up. You've probably seen this called the world's greatest stretch, and you can add in the hamstring stretch. I care most about getting this rotation piece in and also working on the hip flexor. Oh, and obviously do everything on both sides. Now at this point, you should probably be at least 10 minutes in, if not 15. Now, if you don't have time, you can rush through it, but ideally, you get to the field early, you sit down, you relax, and use this to truly open up your body. But now here's where things get interesting, because it's really easy to open up your lower half with no equipment, just a field. So now we're gonna combine some of those things to open up our shoulders, and I'm going to do this assuming that you really don't have much equipment with you. Of course, we could use gymnastics rings, weighted balls, bands, all that, but I'm doing this as if you have absolutely nothing. Go back to the very first position, sit down on your knees. You can't really go wrong with opening this up more. And we're gonna do arm circles, and not just your generic arm circles. You're actually gonna focus on trying to open up your chest and back every single way. So it's not fast at all. It is literally going as far up and out as possible and then back around. Once again, if you just do this, you're not really doing anything. You need to go slow, open up as far as you can, back around. Next one, we'll add in a little bit of rotation, but I want the focus to still be on the front of the shoulder. Probably seen them before, scorpions. But once again, when you go out to each side, I want you to feel the stretch. Open up the pec and the shoulder on each side. Ideally, you get your foot all the way to your hand, but if you're someone like me who's not naturally mobile and has to work at it, it's going to be very difficult too. And yes, I know that some of these movements I can get pretty low on, I'm pretty extreme. It's not natural. I had to work at it, and this has been a long time coming to be able to sit here in front of you and be able to give you this information. My entire life has led up to this moment to sit here and give you as much as I possibly can. I know that sounds dramatic, but my career ended early. Was I good enough to go to the league? Probably not. But I couldn't even try because I tore my labrum twice. And yeah, I'm still throwing somehow. It's not pretty. You'll see in the game next week. But I'm serious. My entire mission is to make you a better player in any way that I can, whether it's showing what I do during games or sitting here in front of you doing a mobility routine. I'm not going to ask you to buy a program. Not going to ask you to join my mastermind. Literally, all I need you to do is just subscribe and follow along to the channel, because this is only the beginning and it's going to get a lot better from here. Just like you, because we're about to move on to the next exercise. Now, I'm not going to count this fence as equipment, because if you were doing this on a field, this is going to be somewhere. But set your hands shoulder width apart, and I want you to feel your head go in between your arms, up and down, and you're going to really open up your lats. If anything, you might feel it in the middle of your back too. And then from there, you're going to round your back out, hold on with one arm, and you're going to try to take your torso that way to really stretch out your scap, move down into your lat. So you'll feel it back behind your shoulder blade, and as you move down into your armpit and lat. And yeah, I probably could have kept the camera there the entire time and filmed this shot last, but I didn't, so we're gonna move back over there. Still focusing on the... Nice. Me and you both.
Do this mobility routine so your arm doesn't hurt, because I just threw one baseball and I'm toasted. So please do this routine, and also make sure you like and subscribe.
Now, for one of the last things, we're gonna do push-ups, and it's not like your normal push-up that you're just gonna rep out as much as you can. I want you to truly focus on the stretch, opening up and warming up all the muscles that go throughout your arm. We can also do variations to this depending on what's sore and what needs to loosen up. So of course, you have your normal push-up all the way through, stretch at the bottom and up. If you need to focus on your pecs more, open it up a little bit wider. If your triceps need a little work, go closer, if not a diamond push-up. Now at this point, your entire body is going to be completely warmed up. However, because you're probably in the middle of either a season or intense lifts, something's typically more sore than the other. And whatever that is, you A, need to spend more time on, but B, get creative. Like, let's say my bicep was a little sore. I'm literally just gonna go in and grab my bag and do curls with it. It's not to look jacked. I mean, maybe if you have tight uniforms. But you just need blood flow to the muscle. If your triceps are sore, same thing, get the blood moving. You do not need more stretching before the game if it's sore. You need movement to get blood flowing and to let it heal, especially after the game. But that is an entirely different video. So if you don't want to miss it, you need to subscribe. My name's Matt Ross. God loves you.